Ui. Wah. Wah. Ui. Wah. Oh.
Good morning, everybody. Lovely to be with you again. Not so sunny today during film. It's a bit chilly again. So we're going to be seeing a story today about somebody who was thrown into a pit of lions. And despite this, they showed courage, even though it was a very scary situation. On the screen, you'll see a picture of an aeroplane. Generally, when aeroplanes take off, they go against the wind. They go in the opposite direction, going against the flow, which can be difficult in life when we feel differently to others. For today's Do activity, we're going to have a go at the last person standing game. We have done this before. So I need you to all stand up for me now, and as I ask you each of the questions, I need you to sit back down until you've only got one person standing. Now it's quite tricky for me because I can't see you. So I'm going to keep asking questions, and maybe there'll be more than one person standing at the end. So the first question is, I want you to sit down if you've got a sister. I want you to sit down if you've got a pet cat. I want you to sit down if you've got a pet dog. I want you to sit down if you don't like Brussels sprouts. I want you to sit down if you like chocolate. Now, I wonder how many are still standing. Maybe there's none of you. Maybe there's one of you. Maybe there's a few of you left. Everybody will have sat down at different points. Just shows that we're all very different, doesn't it? And this isn't a bad thing. It can be tempting sometimes to go with the flow of what everybody else is doing, but sometimes we have to show courage and stand up for our beliefs and be brave. There was a man in the Bible named Daniel who was very brave. He was thrown into a pit of lions. We're going to listen now and watch as one of the lions tells us what happened.
Now, the classic misconception with us lions is that we're an angry bunch with our big teeth and luscious hair. I mean, I could understand why people would be scared of us. We try and go out on a Saturday night and it's a nightmare. But not me. I'm a cultured lion. Chateau de Brie? Animals are meant to be free to explore the deserts and to roam around in the wild and things. But when one was invited to spend the rest of his days here in this den where the service isn't too bad, the food's all right, and I was offered one of the most comfortable rocks around, I jumped at the offer. So there we were enjoying the summer sun when all of a sudden this man dropped into our den. But then something very interesting began to happen. This young lad got on his knees and began to pray. Now, I'm no expert, but if I was dropped into the middle of a den full of lions, I don't think my first reaction would be to get on my knees and pray. I would, of course, sing a song of peace and love. Love, let's all love, let's all be happy. The others, by this point, had decided that they wanted to eat the other two as quickly as possible. Yes, you heard me right, there were two of them by now. Not sure where the other one came from, but he was different. Dazzling white. But what happened next was fascinating. Archibald assumed the perfect pouncing position, poised perfectly. Then, at the right moment, pounced and he went straight through the guy. Like the guy wasn't even there. So then Susan roared and went storming towards the man praying on his knees. But then her mouth became shut tight. She couldn't open it at all. Which was, of course, for him, wonderful news. We were all so surprised that we decided not to eat them. The whole time my friends were pouncing, the man on his knees didn't even move a muscle. And the big guy was still a bit see-through. You see, the man standing up wasn't your ordinary sort of fella. He was dazzling in beauty, the perfect mix of peace and power. It was almost like he was protecting the man praying, almost like an angel. So anyway, I'd had enough of the formalities, so I got straight to the point, and I asked the big guy, "Who are you?" And he said, "I am Daniel's protector." So at this point, I'm about to book myself into the vet. Either I'm going crackers or this man speaks lying. Now this is all well and good, but we were very hungry and just wanted to eat the poor guy on his knees. But the angel said that there was a feast on the way, if only we could wait. He said because Daniel had served God faithfully, God had sent this angel to protect him. So morning came, as it does, and after my morning stretch session, I was very rudely interrupted by the king, who was at the top of our home shouting down to Daniel. "Oi, Daniel!" Then he threw down a rope, and Daniel climbed to safety. The king couldn't believe that Daniel's God had kept him safe from us lot, so he promised that he would praise Daniel's God for the rest of his life. I thought to myself, that boy Daniel is a hero. How brave he was that he trusted in his God.
The lion talked about there being 2 people in the pit, but actually only Daniel was thrown in. Someone else appears to be there with him. There's a verse in the book of Joshua in the Bible that says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." What gave Daniel courage was not his own strength or his own power, but knowing that God was with him and protecting him. I've got 2 questions for you to think about today. Who is there for you when you need them to be? And what do you need courage for today? So for today's prayer, I want you to join in with the word courage. And we're going to do it in sign language. So you need to have your hands here and then your hands come out like that. So courage. Okay, so every time I say courage, you can join in. Let's get ready to pray. Lord, help me to have courage. Help me to know that courage is not about how strong I am. Courage is not how much I can do in my own strength and ability. Help me to know that courage is doing the right thing, even when others don't, even when I'd rather not. Help me to trust that you are with me, just as you were with Daniel. Help me to be brave like him, to have courage. Help me to know that you are strong when I feel weak. You will help me to do the right thing, even when I don't want to. You will help me to say the right thing when I'm scared to speak up. You will give me courage. Thank you for always being with me. Are you ready? Amen. Okay, so we've got the Giants of Faith song again today. I thought we'd do the song again so that you could get familiar and see if you can spot some of the names of those people in the Bible that we have seen so far. Bye.
We all come many surprises, but one thing stays the same. Jesus is on my side. I don't need to be afraid. I don't need to run and hide. When I open my Bible, it's clear as can be. The God that I read about's with me, and I'm gonna be a giant of faith. Like Moses and Joseph, Daniel, Esther, Rahab and Ruth, no denying the truth. The giants of faith, and like David, Elijah, Noah and the rest of the team, I'm gonna be a giant of faith. I'm gonna be a giant of faith. Every day we always stick together, hand in hand, through every adventure. When I'm playing with my friends, or when I go to sleep, I know you are always there. Angels are watching me. When I open my Bible, it's clear as can be. The God that I read about's with me, and I'm gonna be a giant of faith. Like Moses and Joseph, Daniel, Esther, Rahab and Ruth, no denying the truth. The giants of faith, and like David, Elijah, Noah and the rest of the team, I'm gonna be a giant of faith. I'm gonna be a giant of faith. By faith I can do anything. By faith I can do anything. By faith I can do anything. Like Moses and Joseph, Daniel, Esther, Rahab and Ruth, no denying the truth. The giants of faith, and like David, Elijah, Noah and the rest of the team, I'm gonna be a giant of faith. I'm gonna be a giant of faith.